Hello, we just finished a session here at the Global Forum Competition on competition law enforcement and state-owned enterprises. And we have here our expert speaker, Deborah Healey, professor at the New South Wales University School of Law in Sydney. So thank you for joining us. So we heard today how monetary sanctions for state-owned enterprises are not necessarily the best choice, as their deterrent effect can sometimes be not strong enough for state-owned enterprises, and behavioral remedies can be better in some cases. What would you suggest to competition agencies looking for a solution regarding the choice of sanctions or remedies?
So I was very interested to hear that some jurisdictions had SOEs who were repeat offenders, and they seemed to think that monetary penalties were not appropriate to deter those SOEs. Possibly activities like breaking up the SOEs or changing the scope of their activities. Alternatively, possibly prohibiting the directors or the leaders from directing or leading a state-owned enterprise in future may have some better effect.
Thank you. That's interesting and useful for sure for agencies. Another point that came up in the discussion was linked to the importance of a competitive neutrality framework to be used together with antitrust enforcement to improve its effectiveness. What do you think about the relationship between the two aspects?
I think the relationship is very important. I see that there are three elements to an appropriate competition policy which will impact on SOEs, and that the first one is the laws and regulations that government makes, and its policies need to be considered in a competition law context. Cases need to be taken against SOEs, and competitive neutrality mechanisms need to be put into place to remove the advantages that an SOE has merely because it's owned by government. And also there may be some disadvantages which need to be considered as well.
Thank you. That's very interesting. So it would be a complementarity between ex ante and ex post.
Yes, exactly.
Thank you. Thank you, Deborah, for your participation and your time.
It's a pleasure.